What's up, everybody? Big Herc fresh out, and you're tuned into our new series, Prison Stories. You're gonna hear a story from somebody who's either lived it, witnessed it, or experienced it. These stories are gonna turn the hairs on your back up and have your motherfucking toes curling. These stories ain't no fucking joke. You guys think this fucking is a game? This ain't no motherfucking game. Anything can happen to you in prison. And these are prison stories.
Hey, what's up, tribe? Glad you're here. We're fresh out. I wanted to bring up a few things today. One of them is, a lot of you guys think this is a game. It's not. It's one thing to laugh and make jokes as if you're the baddest dude behind a keyboard, but once you're behind the wall, there's just certain rules you're gonna follow. I've seen all your tough guy comments and this and that, and I've never seen one of you guys inside. So either A, you're way smarter than me, or B, you just conform to what you conform to when you get to the house. There's some things you can't unsee, and like it does affect you, Here at Fresh Out, we're not promoting wig splitting and cheek busting. What we're doing is letting you know that these things occur. They occur on a daily basis, and you're either the victim or the victor in that situation. And we don't want you to think that we're promoting any of that, because what we were trying to do is just get some knowledge out there. Another thing is the snitching. You guys keep bringing up snitching. Don't think that we haven't talked to our people and made sure that we're good on doing what we're doing. And you know why they're good with us doing what we do? Because we're trying to keep some of you nutsacks out of the fucking penitentiary. It's hopefully you can gain a little knowledge in it, and hopefully if you do gain the knowledge and you do end up slipping, because nobody's perfect, I get it. I'm not walking in your shoes. I don't know what you're doing. Only you do. I know what I've done, and I live with that on a daily basis. So, and you guys always, he's PTSD'd out or whatever, I figured the way I avoided PTSD was to be the cause of PTSD. So, not that I'm a tough guy, but I tell you what, when you're behind the wall, there's a lot of things that change, and you're one of them. It's just how it is. I was thinking back the other night on some content to bring you guys, because everybody wants the gory fucking details. There's just some things that we can't expose on here, and there's just some things that would just sound like fucking ludicrous bullshit. You know what I mean? When it's all true shit. I was thinking back in old LA County Jail up on 95,004. It was called Hell on Earth. It was really called Hell on Earth for white boys, because there'd be like fucking 8 or 12 of us in a fucking facility that had 300 people up there, And I'm not going to go into what race it was, but I watched this other kid come in bumping his gums about being all this and being all that, and I think his nickname was Killa. So what ended up happening to this kid was a couple of fellows were down from the joint going back to court, and back then you were still entitled to wear your state boots or whatever shoes you came in with, and this kid got his fucking cheeks busted right there in front of fucking 300 people, Two convicts from the joint just fucking took that kid viciously, and I mean viciously, and there was no screaming about it, shove his face in the pillow, and he was just taking advantage of it, and it didn't end there. What did end up happening is when they were done and he was beaten down on the ground, the first big guy crawled up onto the top bunk and he jumped down with those state boots on his head. And the only thing I saw was gray matter, and I knew that the kid was done. These were rude awakenings to me. Like, this is how I live. I live in a concrete jungle now with savages, and I need to be just as savage as they are. And that doesn't mean that that's how I went in there. But you're going to be just as vicious as the next guy, just so that you're left the fuck alone.